hardest thing about having kids is just the days that you spend with them. That's really the hardest part. It's just every day that you have them is the hardest part of having kids. It's just every day. It's getting up at 6 o'clock in the morning, which, first of all, I'm not that guy. 6 o'clock in the morning. I have blown off entire careers because of one day I didn't want to get out of bed. Like, oh, I'll just not be that then. I have to, first of all, I got to get them dressed. That's number one, because that's the one that people will notice. That's the only one. If that's the only one that I get done, I'll be okay. Because I can't, if I show up with two naked kids, I'll go to jail. So I have to, but I can not feed them. They're fine. They ate. They're just a little tired. It's fine. And then I got to get them to school, which means walking. The older one goes to kindergarten. It's third grade. Jesus Christ. I just said kindergarten. And she's in third grade. You know what's even worse? She's not. She's in second grade.
Anyway, so yeah, wolves are like dogs.
Thank you for asking.
Every day you spend with your kids is torture. And it's because I love them. If I didn't love them, I wouldn't matter. I just play poker with my friends, come home later, oh, they're dead. But I love them. I wiped my daughter's ass for the last time on May 13th of 2008. And I remember this moment because it was a big moment in my life. Because when you have children, they start as babies and they all over the place. But then finally they can use a toilet, but they can't wipe their ass. So you have to wipe their ass. That's the last thing you do for your kid. It's like an intimate bathroom thing, is wipe their ass. And one day it stops. And I remember the day. I said the date, but I don't remember it now because I'm lying. Because I had always wiped her ass all that time, and it's just a thing you do. I didn't even think about it. I said, Daddy, I need a wipe. And then I come in, I'm on the phone, like, yeah, okay. Anyway, so I wiped her ass one day, and she said, thank you very much, Daddy. And I was like, that was a little too eloquent. A thank you for somebody who I just wiped out of her asshole. I want to hear like, thank you, Dada. I don't want to hear like, that was very gracious of you, Father. So I got two kids, 5 and 9, and I love it. I love having kids, but it's hard. It can be very difficult. One thing that's difficult is that they are very different ages, 5 and 9, very different developmental stages. And I have them to myself when I have them. My ex-wife and I split custody. I'm with them half the week. I have to find things that the three of us can do together. Now, my 9-year-old can do a lot. She's got a lot of skills, a lot of things she can do. The 5-year-old, not much good at anything, really. And that is not to put her down. She's 5, but she's at pretty much everything. So we can't do things that outclass her abilities. So we have to be all dragged down to her skill level. We're like 3 5-year-olds of different sizes, basically. Because nothing. Let's go for a bike ride on the river. I'm not very confident on my bicycle. Okay, let's just sit and play the card game where no one loses. We went swimming one time, the three of us, and that was a nightmare because we're in this pool, there's a deep end, there's a shallow end. The older one is in the deep end, the 9-year-old. She's having a ball, but she's lonely. Who wants to swim by themselves? She's in the deep end doing flipper tricks, and she's like, Daddy, swim with me. And I can't, because I'm in the shallow end with a little one who's clinging to my leg in fear. Don't put me in the water. I'm like, it's to your tits at the highest. Just stand there. It's fine. No, I'm gonna drown. There's sharks. Why would I lie to you? Really? I would put you in and go, ha, you're drowning. I tricked you to death. Really? I'm gonna do that? If I wanted to kill you, I'll wait till you're asleep and go like this for 4 minutes and it's over. Okay? That's how easy it would be to kill you. You should thank me every morning you wake up alive. That's how easy it would be to kill you. I know how to look after you. I'm good at it. You're not dead yet. I love that kid. I love that kid to pieces. But I wish he was never born. That's how it feels in certain tiny moments. Any parent who is honest will tell you that you live with that ambivalence. You just have it. You look at the face of your beautiful, lovely child, and you think two things at the exact same time. I love this kid so much that it's changed my whole life. I love other people more because of how much I love her. I love people that had died years ago more. Like, my love has traveled time because of how much I love her and she loves me back. She's completely given value to life that didn't exist before, and I regret every decision that led to her birth. That's how it feels.
Daddy!
Hey,
Good morning, Daddy.
good morning. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. Why are you awake?
I'm hungry.
You're hungry.
Daddy, can we go out to breakfast?
You want to go out to breakfast now? It is.
But there's also one beat that you have, after the first encounter with the African American woman who you don't know, what she is.
Yeah.
When she leaves and you have that moment before you walk in the bedroom, I don't want to give it away because it's so clearly a comic moment.
Right. That's right.
After
she leaves?
Right. And Edie Falco comes in.
Yeah. So she, here's the thing with that one was a good case of where I felt the story was being told to me rather than me telling it.
Yeah.
Because the point of that to me was Horace hooking up with somebody. One night stand. And the one night stands in life that are very mutually
good.
Yeah, and also mutually negotiated. Yeah, everybody's cool with what's going on.
Right.
And that when she wakes up the next morning and goes and she's just like, I didn't mean to stay over. And Horace says, have some eggs. And she says, and then I'm leaving. And Horace says, yeah, please do. And then they're able to sit together because they both know no one's going to get snarled here.
But then you get into that conversation that you have, which I've never seen it played that way.
Well, because I thought what's interesting, once I got them sitting down, I didn't know what I was going to have them talk about, but I thought, here's an interesting thing. Two people who have been intimate, which means they can tell each other something.
Yeah.
But they have negotiated we are never going to see each other again.
Yeah.
Which means they can tell each other things without fear.
Yeah.
That's a big deal.
Right.
And I thought, Horace is a guy who, if you ask him 3 questions about his life, you find out something terrible.
Yeah.
That's a f***ed up way to go through life.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hey, you got, just questions that have nobody, and they're eating eggs. They don't really even want to talk.
Yeah.
You got, are you married? No. Divorced. You have kids? Yep. 2. Yep. Really? How old are they? And then it all comes out. You can't even answer that question for Horace without this horrible truth coming out.
Yeah.
And so he tells her, and to me, that's what the scene was about. It was about that. And then I started to figure, okay, well, then we'll start landing the scene by talking about sex and just that she enjoyed it, he enjoyed it. You have a nice dick. Thank you. You have a nice D. Thanks. It's right. I had to put it where my dick used to be. I had to make that joke.
Yeah.
It's just a joke.
Yeah.
And then I went, As Horace in my head, I was like, yeah, that's funny.
Yeah.
And then the conversation took off from that. I didn't know the scene was going to be about that. I didn't intend to write that scene. I really didn't. And then once I started having that conversation with myself in my head, about halfway through, I talked to Vernon about it. And he said, well, wait a minute, though. If someone is transgender, they have to tell their partners. And I was like, really? They do? And then I thought, that's so interesting that he thinks that.
Yeah.
That's so interesting. So I had that out in the conversation.
Right.
But I got to give Vernon credit because when we shot that scene, it was intense.
Yeah.
And the last take we did, I thought we were done.
Yeah.
I was like, we did it. And then Karen Pittman, who played the woman, said, I'd love one more. And I said, you don't need one more. She said, I don't think I have it at all. And I said to her, I don't need you to feel satisfied. Like as an actor.
Yeah.
You gave it to me. She said, just let me do one more. I said, all right. So we did it. That's the one we used the last one.
Right.
That she wanted.
Yeah.
And it's far better than the one previous. So she gets credit for that. But right before we did it, there's something I've started to do in directing when I'm in the thing.
Yeah.
If you're doing a last take, it feels like a last take, do something that the person didn't expect. Like walk towards them when you haven't for 5 takes, or go walk over and like put your hand on their shoulder, something that makes them do something really honest.
Yeah.
But anyway, he got in my ear and said, you should say this one thing. And he fed me that line right at the...
Which one?
Right before the one you're talking about, the thing I say to you.
Yeah,
Anyway.
because it was like in the way you structured this show. Even if something's funny, you're not writing jokes. There's no, it's not.
No, there's none. It's all just
Right.
mechanics of the story, and then it's these feelings. And I kept getting blindsided by feelings, like in that scene. So Edie wasn't supposed to be in that scene.
Yeah.
But there was this thing where she's got cancer.
Yeah.
And there's a timeline to her cancer.
Right.
And I'd been talking to Edie about that kind of stuff, and so I said to her,
is that the scene where she tells you she has cancer?
it's the scene where she tells me she's healthy, that she got a good a card of, you know.
Oh, that's
she got
right,
a good
that's right,
call.
that's right.
So I said to her the day before, hey, you know what? You're not supposed to be here tomorrow for the Karen Pittman scene, but come anyway. And come in at the end and tell me that you're cured.
Yeah.
And I just figured it's a story point.
Yeah.
And I'll go, hey, terrific.
Yeah.
So she said, okay, how do you want me to say it? I'm like, just however you would say that.
Yeah.
That you got good news.
Yeah.
And she goes, all right. So I forgot it. I forgot I told her to.
Yeah.
I honestly forgot.
Yeah.
Until we're shooting the first. I think we didn't do any rehearsals of that. Because when we rehearsed the scene, I didn't have that in it.
Right.
So we're shooting the scene with Karen Pittman. And then she's about to leave, and Edie walks in. And I forgot that I told Edie to be there.
Yeah.
And then it's like weird because she's there with this woman I was just with.
Yeah.
And then the Karen Pittman leaves, and I go to Edie, and she looks weird.
Yeah.
And I'm really in a real place.
Yeah.
And I said, what's up with you? And she says, I've got good news. And I go, what? She says, I'm okay. And it hit me like a ton of bricks.
Yeah.
I never experienced something like this. She said this thing to me, and I was like, that's my sister. And I was afraid to even consider the possibility that she was dying.
Right.
And she's going to be okay. And now I'm upset that she was dying.
Yeah.
It hit me so hard. I mean, I'm getting emotional now.
Yeah.
I lost it.
Yeah.
I just like, I started to cry. And then I wanted to hug her, and I thought, I can't. She's not like that. I can't do it.
Yeah.
Sylvia doesn't like to be hugged.
Right.
So I just kind of stood there, and she stood there kind of gasping.
Yeah.
And then we hugged awkwardly.
Yeah.
It was unbelievable.
Yeah.
And then that line that Vernon gave me was just perfect. It was perfect.
It was a pretty outstanding line.
Yeah, no, it was great. So
a hell of a line.
that was another time I got really hit hard.
Well, I saw you going through it, but do you feel...
Tell me about the episode 7, I think it was, about a transgender dialogue. I mean, the dialogue is fabulous.
Oh, thank you.
Well, you know, you wrote it.
Yeah, well.
Tell me about it.
Well, that...
Any reason not to tell me?
No, I'm just trying to think of what to say about it. When I wrote that, I didn't expect that to happen in that story. To me, that story was about Horace confesses something to her first.
Right.
About his life, something very shocking.
Right.
And to me, that's what that scene was about initially. That's why I wrote the scene, was that...
Horace confesses to this girl.
Because they have a one-night stand.
Right.
So they have an immediate intimacy. And then the next morning, they don't want to look at each other, which is how people sometimes feel in the morning.
Right, yes.
But he invites her to some eggs. Sit down and have some eggs and she says, I don't want to be here. And he says, I don't want you here. So they're safe with each other because they both know that they don't want anything, they don't want to see each other again.
Right.
So now
therefore they can be more truthful.
That's what it is, more truthful than they are with someone that they have a future with.
Right.
So she asks Horace about his life, and he has a very shocking detail about his life. And he just goes ahead and tells her, because it was easy to tell her. And to me, that's what I sat down to write.
Yeah.
And then I had her tell a joke. He says, I mean, you're not going to be able to air this, but he says, you have a nice pussy. And she says, yeah, I put it in myself where my d used to be. And I just have her tell that joke. Now, you're not going to be able to use that, but she makes
Don't worry about it.
She makes this joke, and he laughs, And then I felt like I was in the room with him, and I felt like,
Yeah.
what if she's not kidding? What if she's kidding, but she wants to toy with him more on the subject? And then I just started to trade lines down this road. That he finds himself in this situation, and then she's interested in talking about this.
And he wants to know who has he slept with.
Did he sleep with someone who used to be a man? And she says, well, if I was transgender, wouldn't that mean I am a woman?
Yeah.
Aren't we all saying that when someone becomes transgender, I'm told 50-50 by people which one you're supposed to say.
Right.
That's a woman. Caitlyn Jenner is a woman now.
Right.
With all the rights of a woman and the yes and hooray, she's a woman. And it's not polite to say that's Bruce Jenner in a dress or Bruce Jenner who got an operation.
Jenner.
That's
A
Caitlyn
woman.
Jenner, a woman. So if Caitlyn Jenner sleeps with a man, does she have to tell him I used to be Bruce Jenner? I think that's a really interesting unresolved for the average person who doesn't think about this kind of stuff all the time, which is what Horace is.
Yeah.
In the show, that's who I'm playing. A guy who's just got a myopic view. That's a really uncharted wilderness. Yeah. So I put him in that wilderness with somebody who had a little bit more, although I don't know in the end. I don't know if she's transgender or not, the character. I still don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Horace doesn't know.
But she
So who
says
knows?
to him,
What if I was?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She says to him at the end, I'm a woman. You slept with a woman.
Right, and then he goes one more time, who always was one, and she goes, so still don't know.
So he doesn't
Still
know.
don't
Which
know.
was that great
Yeah, and
device.
I also think that Horace is excited by the ambiguity. He asks her out.
Really?
Yeah, he likes it. I think Horace is a little bit turned on by not knowing what or who,
Whether he
happens.
slept with a woman or a man.
I think he's excited by, especially by her command of the being able to stand on that shaky line. She's exciting him by toying with him. That's what happened in the scene. But I'm telling you all this from having watched it, not from having written. When I wrote it, I didn't know what was going on.
See, that's amazing to me. You didn't have any idea.
I really didn't. I was like, what? Oh, then what? Oh, then what would he say?
Yeah, right.
And then he
right.
says it. And then what would she say? And then she says it, and I'm like, oh my God, that's so crazy that she said that. Well, then Horace would ask this question. And then they just sort of talked. They talked in my head, and I wrote it down. That's what it felt like anyway.
Yeah.
It doesn't always feel like that way, right?
Tell me who Horace is.
Ask Oscar Schindler.
Yeah, exactly. He probably raped a lot of those Jewish girls. Don't you think?
Jesus. On this Rosh Hashanah, you're going to make jokes like that?
I'm not joking.
My goodness, I'm not joking. I'm completely serious.
Pretty sure he did.
I'm essential to the war effort. One-armed guy shoveling snow. God, I love his soul.
In that movie, there's a scene where he has to pick a secretary. So he's got these girls all interviewing, and they're all so cute, and it's a funny scene of him going like, which girl will I pick and flirt with all the time? But there's this underlying joke of like, and the rest will die in a gas chamber. Like, I hope you have nice tits so that they won't be sewn to your sister's face, and then you get burned.
What movie was that?
Schindler's List.
Oh yeah, Schindler's List. Okay.
Picking a secretary. And then he wound up going with what's that cunt face's name who blew us off? Ben something?
Ben
Kingsley.
Ben Kingsley.
Oh, Ben Kingsley.
Wonderful actor, though. Fair is
Great,
fair.
thanks.
No.
Thanks for nutsing.
As a person, he's a cunt-faced bag of shit, but as an actor, he is...
Yeah, but every part he plays, it's just like, if Gandhi did this, or if, if Gandhi worked for Oscar Schindler, or if Gandhi was a mobster from England.
Gandhi's a businessman.
It's like if Gandhi was an actor. Because
he's more Gandhi than he is who he is. Yeah, that's just it. It's his persona now.
Yeah.
Gandhi played chess.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
Nice.
Yeah, don't remember that one.
That was a good one. Searching for Bobby Fischer.
Why would I watch that?
It's a great movie.
You play chess. I
So
don't.
what? But Larry Fishburne, Joe Montana.
I don't care who's in it. It's a chess movie.
It's not. It's about
How
human
exciting could
spirit.
that be?
It's very.
Scene
No.
where Ben Kingsley's telling the kid to try to find a move on a chessboard.
Yeah.
And then the kid can't find it, so he swipes away all the pieces.
Wow. All right, I might have
And
to see
says,
that now.
Now find
Now
it.
see it. And that's how those
And the
guys
kid
see the chess.
is able to see it then when no pieces were there.
Yeah. Those guys.
Isn't that exciting?
But no.
Yeah, Larry Fishburne is the streetwise.
Yeah, he's the one. You got to come and
Washington
get
Park.
my king. Yeah.
Yeah.
Trying to teach him like in street lingo.
Yeah, right.
What chess is like. Shut the fuck up.
He's watching and he goes,
I hate
bring
that.
out the queen, kid. Bring out the queen.
Yo, man, I'm the king. This is my turf.
You got to come and get my king.
Oh, shut up. It's chess.
Shocked again.
Like them in Planet of the Apes. Mm-hmm. The fact that they call the apes ran the town and they called it Ape City.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
like even they're acknowledging in that way that isn't this crazy?
That it's like this is insane.
Yeah.
Look, it's Ape City.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
We don't call our country like Man America because we think it's weird that men are involved. Ape law.
Ape law.
Ape law.
Oh, see, it's wild. It's law, but it's ape law.
Yeah.
We even see it's
We
crazy.
even think it's nuts. Look, we're monkeys. We're not supposed to be in charge. What were you going to say, Pat?
I said, the only good human is a dead human.
Dead human.
Dead human.
Damn you. Damn you. Come on, Taylor. What's on the scrolls, Taylor, when he's trying to get him to recite the scroll?
What are the third articles of Ape law?
I don't know your law. I don't know your law.
True, I don't know your law, but
With some kind of brain surgery, they've taught him to speak. No, damn you, I'm standing here naked.
The weird thing is in the one where they show how it happened, you know, the conquest of the planet of the apes?
Yeah.
Where they show how apes used to be pets and servants.
Yeah.
It seems like the whole world revolved around ape problems. Like humans aren't any longer doing just regular jobs. They're just dealing with apes. Like
and
in this
the problems that having apes doing these jobs, and it's like they drop
ape
something.
trouble in Sector 3. Ape trouble in Sector 3. Constant
More trouble than it's worth.
It's just constant. And these jackbooted cops that are just about ape control.
Just to take care of the apes.
Disperse apes on Sector 4. Disperse apes. Like nobody's running a computer company or like listening to music. It's just constant ape management.
That's funny.
Ape
management. Yeah.
That's what's going to happen.
I like the lake house myself.
Oh, God. That is the worst thing I ever saw.
Was that horrid?
They don't even, it's based on a really hard to sell premise and they don't even try.
What's it about?
It's a lake house.
It's about
And
mastic. A two-bedroom in mastic.
It was bought for $1,200, and it was a piece of and the mailbox.
She owns
it in like Now Times.
It's so bad.
And what's his name? Keanu owned it
like a few years before.
It's
not even like a man from the 40s who owned it.
Hello, what is this?
It's like
note?
a few
I
years
hope it's not from a Negro.
Yeah.
But and they'd send letters to each other in the mailbox of this place, and then they figured out like they were in different times.
Like she would put a letter in the mailbox.
That happened to me once.
Did it?
Wait, she would put her mail in the mailbox.
Email.
She put it.
This sounds good.
She put a letter in the mailbox, which who does that anyway?
Yeah.
I don't.
And then it was just gone. She put the flag up or something.
What it was
you're
is
kidding
that
me.
what it was is that
that was the big dramatic part.
You're kidding me.
He wrote a letter saying I can't even do it.
That he lived there. And she's like, no, I'm living here. So they kind of figured out that they lived in a different time in the same house and kind of fell in love over this.
Yeah, that always happens.
And, yeah, of course, by mail. He should have just dropped a load in the mailbox. But she opens it up, puts her hand in, and just gets a load of cum in her
Here's your
hand.
delivery. There's your timeless love, you cunt.
Here you go.
Or a mousetrap. A mousetrap with AIDS blood on it. Here you go, slut.
Here's
Take
your
an acting
time-traveling splooge. So they kind of made this
to the
deal.
woman playing her.
lesson. Yeah, you did a great job in Speed, too, you hole.
They kind of made this deal for him to meet her.
Yeah.
And he winds up getting hit by a car and dying or some
Yes. No, but the thing is, where they destroy the
happy
premise,
part.
which is bad anyway, is that they wanted to start having to be able to have conversations that are like instead of long letters.
Yeah.
It's just bad dialogue. So they want to be able to go, so how are you doing? I'm fine. How are you? So they just stand there and each put one in, write, I'm okay. How are you? Put the letter in. And then the other person gets it and says, oh, that's nice here. And then they start talking really fast back and forth.
Yeah,
and
how
the
the fuck
flag
did that happen?
magically goes up and down.
Yeah.
And one of them dies with a paper cut.
Oh, I see. They're in different times in the same house, just writing letters to each other.
And the mailbox has this magical ability to transport the letters.
I was just putting
across
one
several
walkie-talkie.
months.
Put one walkie-talkie in the mailbox and stand out with another one.
Yeah.
And you can talk to each other or something.
Exactly.
Try things.
Horribly tedious fucking...
This movie.
How about send a photo of your 20th century?
Yeah.
I never heard of a camera yet.
Send a photo of your cunt in a racing form. Stop wasting my time.
Stock sheets. Let me know what stock I should buy, you dumb cunt.
Send me a picture of your mouth around the genitals of a Negro. We don't give that
show
a
is
lot this time.
It's just gotten horrific.
How does the dumb movie end?
He gets hit by a bus.
Well,
she stops him from getting hit by a bus.
That's how it starts. It starts with somebody getting killed in the road, and Sandra Bullock is with her mother, I think, and looking out and going, "Oh, that's kind of a horrible thing." You don't realize at the time that that's him. And then at the end of the movie, it turns out through everything that had happened, he was coming to meet her, and then because of that, she saved him from...
So you don't realize until 20 minutes in that it's him.
And he's
you go, I get it. He's going to get hit.
Really killed by a bus?
Yeah.
Which is ironic.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't you think?
Yeah. Because there's
speed.
That is just...
I forgot about that. They were in that together, huh?
Both of them. She can't make a movie without a bus in it, that dumb whore. We want to do a stage wag.
It's in a rider.
Yeah, it's in a rider.
There has to be somebody that dies by bus in my movie. It's like that movie, American Beauty. Remember that movie?
Oh,
where they got first, Kevin Spacey playing the man,
heterosexual, yeah,
and he's in love. He wants to. He's fantasizing about a cheerleader in high school,
right?
And the way they represent this in this gay movie,
it really
this bunch of cum through a projector that this movie was is like this is a man when you fantasize. Apparently, according to this movie. When you fantasize about a cheerleader, you lay on your back and flower petals fall all over you.
Right.
Rose petals just fall all over your body. That's what you think about.
Exactly.
Instead of just like her hot, sweaty ass and the confused look on her face as you come in her stupid eye.
And then bash her brains in with her own pom-poms wrapped around your fist.
Hold her throat and tell her not to tell people.
And you throw her into a cab and she's crying.
Yeah, exactly. You fucking bleach your hair and move out of town.
Or you yell, give me a C, give me a U, give me an N, give me a T, as you punch her in the belly.
No rose petals needed. Avoid her calls when she skips her period a month later.
She's holding a middle light on her eye to put down the swelling.
When it's done, I want the sheets to look like there are rose petals on it.
Exactly. She's got a Heffenrepper to her shiner.
You make her wear a cheerleading outfit while you give her ass to mouth.
Exactly. God. No, it's Kevin Spacey with this sweet look on his face and his flower petals.
Yeah.
And also like cluck music, jazzy music, music with a...
Yeah, that's how you fantasize.
With those wooden blocks.
And then the Marine at the end of the movie, the Marine, of course, the ex-Marine is really...
Yeah, he's the one who's really gay.
Yeah.
None of us are gay. It's actually the one hetero guy. He's the gay one.
Yeah.
No one else is gay. Kevin Spacey's not gay.
No.
He's straight as an arrow. He lifts weights, listens to Zeppelin, drives a Firebird, and thinks about rose petals.
Yeah, the rose petals really.
And then when he actually sees her tits, he almost vomits.
Yeah,
and puts a blanket around her.
Yeah.
Where the is the man? There's no man there.
No, absolutely not. She should have been in a
finally sees the 18-year-old tits and goes, oh, "What have I been doing all the time? I forgot I like men and their anuses. I forgot I like to suck cock. I don't like vaginas. They're disgusting."
Here's the Eddie Murphy trailer that is driving a lot of people nuts around here.
I have not heard it, but I'm sure it's fun.
Oh, it's horrible.
Well, we've pointed out over the last year or two that Eddie Murphy makes the same movie where it's Eddie Murphy as...
And it's usually like a new movie starring Eddie Murphy. And Eddie Murphy.
And Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy. It's like he's got to play 18 characters in movies now.
Yeah. I'd love to see a drama like that. Like Robert Duvall and Robert Duvall in the cancer story.
He plays the rapist and the victim.
He's the rapist and the victim and the old man who's dying of cancer. Well, he's all three of them with prosthetics, but it's not funny. Well, and he wears a fat suit, but for a dramatic reason, like a drama fat suit.
Well, just when you thought Eddie Murphy couldn't get worse with this whole, and Eddie Murphy thing, listen to this.
On July 11th, it's Eddie Murphy
in Eddie Murphy.
In Eddie Murphy.
In Eddie Murphy.
See, now he's inside himself. Eddie Murphy is now...
Eddie Murphy. I can't even say it. I'm laughing.
This is outrageous. Listen, you're not going to believe this.
Here's how this happened. Here's how this happened. A couple of comedy movie writers were on the Paramount lot working on some Eddie Murphy stink bag vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
And they were just like us talking about, does this guy have any move besides Eddie Murphy and Eddie? And then somebody went, Eddie Murphy in Eddie Murphy. Like, that's how dumb it is.
Yeah.
And then somebody went, oh Jesus, that's it. We're going to make money.
Yeah.
And they backed in the actual idea for the movie they started with the tag. That's how movies are made now. They started with what's going to be on the poster. Eddie Murphy in
Eddie Murphy. And then said, all right, we'll have him as a giant robot thing. Mm-hmm. And then he'll be controlling him from inside his head.
Yeah. How do we get to Eddie Murphy in Eddie Murphy?
Yeah. We could make it a gay sex movie.
Doesn't matter what it is. And they went into some executive's office and said, here's the next movie. Eddie Murphy in Eddie Murphy. And the guy went, just figure out a way to get to that makes any sense, and we'll give you money and you'll make it.
Exactly how that crap
I swear to you, that's how that happened.
And
then they figured out this stupid, just as long as he goes, ah, and I do want to talk like this with my mouth wide. And then, of course, when he talks like this, just get him to do those things.
And his little laugh.
And then we make the poster and take another big dump on it. Sorry, jeez.
The one thing I truly resent about my children is that they don't respect sleep. They don't give a shit. My kids get me up at 6 o'clock in the mother cunting morning. They get me up at 6 fucking fart on a kitten's twat o'clock in the morning. That's how early. I don't have to get up till 7 to get them to school, but they wake me up because they're awake. And I understand it's because they're excited about life still. When they wake up, they're like, and they want to tell me they're alive. Daddy, look, it's all still here. I'm like, I know, I'm trying to run out the clock and die. Please let me sleep. And at 6 in the morning, I am sleeping, man. I am sleeping a beautiful sleep. I am sleeping a deep, dark African sleep. I am fathoms deep in a river of warm chocolate, just and sleep is like an ancient with 20 tongues just blowing me like perfectly. And she's speaking a dead language. Oh fuck yes, please. And she's feeding syrupy heroin into my while she's oh fuck, that's so good. I don't care if I never come. This is so good. Daddy! No. No. Daddy! No! I walk around my apartment. I can never see out of my right eye till about 10 a.m. It's totally clouded. I have a doctor friend, I told him that, he's like, I've never heard of that. What was that? Oh, I have two. Why the did I do that? That was dumb. Why did I that lady all those years ago? Could be sleeping right now. I love sleep. I love it. When I'm on the road, I sleep. Last week, I slept 12 hours one night. 12 hours, that feels good. It's a little too long. If you sleep 12 hours, you go a little too far in. If you sleep 12 hours, you have weird dreams. Because you only need 8 hours to dream properly. For 8 hours, your dreams are your brain working. Because all day you're walking around, your brain's just trying to run your legs and your arms and shit and your lungs, and then there's just like new iPods and people and shit, and after a while you're like, shut it down, and they're all in your brain going, fuck, that was crazy, and they're just clean. Man, what a day. And for 8 hours, your dreams are your brain taking your memories and your crazy thoughts and your fears and putting them in order. After 8 hours, if you stay asleep, your brain looks at you like, all right, you want to see some shit? I mean, if you want to f*** around, I'll show you some shit. I got some shit here. You want to find out who you really are? You sure you want to hang around for the late show? Because this gets f***ed up now. Yeah, maybe you forgot about this! Ah! My dreams are always something really weirdly repetitive and small and upsetting. Like the other night, my dream was Gene Hackman making me put a rock in a bag over and over again. That was the whole dream. Put a rock in that bag. Put another rock in the bag. I wake up with just pee all over me. That's what I live for, sleep and food. I don't really care about anything else. So my wife decided that she wanted to get pregnant again. She decided it. And this is back in August. She told me, you need to be in town next week. I go, why? Because I'm getting, I'm ovulating. So, like, not do you want another kid, just be in town. That's how she handles it. I'm like, I don't want another kid. So and she's like, all right. Next week, she starts blowing me, right? Now, she hasn't blown me in, Jesus, I don't know if I've ever been blown. That's how long it is. She's blowing me on the day she's ovulating. I'm a idiot. I'm like, yeah, you love it. Like, I think she digs me now. Fucking stupid. So she's having another baby any day now. She's due, and it's true. She's fucking the whole thing. And I'm like, okay. No, it's great. it. That's really the attitude that keeps a family together. It's not we love each other. It's it, man. It. It. Another kid. It. Why not? Let them all in. Good.
You were just doing gigs last night. You're going to Tyler Perry's and Chuck Lorre's doing the thing. You're touring, doing that part of the job. Yeah. The night of, I'm a comic, so the night that you knew that they were going to shoot Bin Laden, you're doing comedy.
I was pretty funny too.
Yeah. But is there some trick that you can share with us all of how you just sort of focus in on that? Is everything that immediate to you that you can compartmentalize that quickly? Or you just know that you have to show up and do the job?
Yeah, look, because you're a performer, you know this is true, and you're friends with a lot of comics.
You like comedy?
I love comedy, and
who are your guys?
Well, Pryor was an early one. Yeah. Dick Gregory when he was really, on the edge. But I love all. Seinfeld's a whole nother different type. Louis, I know is a buddy of yours. I love
Louis.
I think Louis is terrific.
Oh boy, he just made his life.
No,
he just made his life.
Mean, he's wonderful in such a self-deprecating but edgy kind of way. I mean, and basically good-hearted, even when he's saying stuff that's pretty, wrong. But you can. There's a goodness about him that comes through. But look, I think that.
But I'm really glad you're here. This is a sizable crowd. This is a big place. There's about 2,500 people here, and that's a lot of people. That's enough people to be like a sample of the population. 2,500 people is enough people that you're all going to experience a lot. There's enough people here to say that within 2 months, at least one of you will die. I'm just saying, I think it's probably accurate to say that out of any random group of 2,500 people, not all of you are going to make it to Christmas. Unfortunately, there's going to be at least one of you here tonight is going to ruin your family's Christmas by dying a shitty death. And I don't know who it is, I'm sorry. I don't know, your death is whatever. Some people, they want you to do things when they die with their, like, I want you to take my ashes and sprinkle. Fuck you, I'm not doing none of that shit. You're dead, I'm not gonna run errands for you after you're dead. You don't matter anymore. Some people try to do something, noble with their bodies. They try to have their bodies have some use after they're dead, which I think is a good thought. You're only borrowing your body. You're only borrowing everything. If your body's worth anything when you're done with it, you should pass it on. That's something I really believe. I mean, I'm not going to do it because I don't want to. Ew, it's mine. I have a lot of beliefs, and I live by none of them. That's just the way I am. They're just my beliefs. I just like believing them. I like that part. They're my little believies. They make me feel good about who I am. But if they get in the way of a thing I want, or I want to jack off or something, I do with that. But some people take their body. My grandmother, she, just for the layman, my grandmother, she gave her body to a medical school, so for it to just be examined and dissected, which is a good thought for that. But they're her survivors, or her family. That was a person. That was my grandmother. She used to wear glasses and say things. And now she's just shaved head on a metal table with a hungover medical student trying to dig out her pancreas, and he gets an F. Imagine being the body where the kid got an F on you. The teacher's like, no, you idiot. And he writes F on her tit with a Sharpie and just throws her down a chute on a pile of F body. So, I don't care about her. Shut up, idiot. Just shut your mouth. Did you hear me before? Okay, so what am I going to do with my body? I'm going to die, and I got to tell people what to do with my remains. And I have an idea for something to do with my body, or for other people to do with it, that will do good in the world. And it doesn't exist yet as like an institution, but I'm going to create it, starting with my body. And what it is, it's a place where you can go and be with a dead body, and you just do whatever you want. And the point of this is that there are people out there who have sexual compulsions and they can't control them, and so they go and they bother alive people. And this, you get it out of your system. This is the deal. You go in the room, there's nobody else with you, you got 90 minutes, you just do whatever you want. Whatever it is. Shit in my mouth, you want to stick my toe in your piss on my face, whatever is the thing you got to do. Jack off with the cartilage of my ear, whatever is your heart's desire. I want to be the Willy Wonka for perverts. You can come on my back and pretend that I'm your father. I am dead, I don't mind.
K is going to be doing the One Traveling Virus this summer. We should have the dates soon, I guess. Soon. I think we're doing 8 to 10 dates this year. There goes our summer. But Louis C.K. is definitely going to be with us. That's very, very good news. We found that out this morning.
Gonna be a pisser.
And your wife wasn't impressed, you were saying?
Yeah, I came home and I showed her all these offers, and it's good. You guys are paying really good money. Like I don't have
Take care of the comics.
Yeah, I don't have a TV job right now, so that's my income.
Yeah.
And I showed it to her, and she's like, "Yeah, great. So you're going out of town, leaving me with the kids." I'm like, "Fuck you! How much money do you make?"
What are you pulling in this week?
Yeah. Would you rather starve to death and let the kids get skinny? You ungrateful cunt.
Now the only way
who doesn't listen to XM?
She doesn't quite get the point that this is your job. You don't go on.
And I'm remembering the phrase I was trying to remember. The separation of labor. Is that what it is? The division of labor contract has been thrown away in marriage.
Because I know where you're going to go with this, but I got to ask Louis C.K.
Yeah.
Like when you married your wife, you were already in comedy, right?
Yes, I was.
So it's not like you were.
I didn't spring it on her. No.
It wasn't like you're working for Nassau. You had a 9-to-5 job. You were coming home, and she knew what she was getting into. That you'd be there to raise the kids. When you guys met, she knew you were a road comic.
Yes. But the way it's not even that I go on the road. The point is that I enjoy my job.
Right.
So she thinks of it that because it's not like I'm going out and slack. She wishes I was doing a miserable job, and then she would be proud of me
We'd come home
for
and go,
debasing myself in order to put a roof over the head. But the fact that I do something that I'm proud of, that I love doing, but it still puts a roof over the head. But because women's liberation... because there are women that have careers, we're not allowed to say that we are providers anymore if you're a man. But the fact is, my wife lives off of my work and doesn't do shit. So if she had a career, then she could go, yeah, f*** you with your Open Anthony tour. I don't care. I'm working too.
Yeah, I got my money.
But the fact is, she just eats food that I buy for her. But I'm not allowed to point that out, or else I'm a male chauvinist. Like I'm being a backwards pig by pointing out the fact, which is that if I stop doing these fun tours where I might get blown by a whore or two, that she can't eat, that she can't eat anything, because if she tried to start making she's worthless. She has no sense of she could never support our house. She couldn't do it. If we switched places, it would like some dumb sitcom.
You're right.
The kids would be very happy with me because I'm good at taking care of the kids.
You'd be the fun guy hanging around.
And my wife would be unable to
hold down the job.
She's never done it.
Really?
She worked at a Chinese restaurant for 1 week. And the woman who owned it, this Chinese woman, said to her, how come you so slow?
Oh,
and she said, because I'm busy. How many tables do you have? And she said, I have 3 tables. And she said, I think you may be Nobi waitress. And she fired her.
Wow. That's how you get fired in Asian.
Yeah.
By the way, I think you Nobi waitress.
I think you may be Nobi waitress.
You may be Nobi waitress.
Yeah, exactly.
I had
First of all, amazing.
I used to think it was called a vagina.
Construction worker.
I did because I grew up in Boston.
And I drink beer and I get in
And I don't know if you are familiar with, people call it the Boston accent. It's not an accent. It's a whole city of people saying most words wrong. It's just a stupidity in a massive region. Because my teachers, they teach you to talk like that. My teacher, I had a teacher named Miss Doherty, but she thought her name was Mrs. Darity. She mispronounced her own name. Miss Darity. And she gave us sex ed. It was 5th grade. We had sex ed with Mrs. Darity. And she's showing us the diagram. She's like, this is a penis.
Remember Good Will Hunting? Of course, right?
And this is a vagina.
He plays a very complicated young man.
Now, during intercourse, man ejaculates sperm up into the vagina.
It's fucking insane.
And then
It
later,
only makes sense if he wrote it for himself
baby
to be the guy.
comes out of the vagina.
It's the worst example of that in the movie.
Sometimes it's retarded. This was the 70s. Teachers said retarded in Boston in the 70s. My daughter's retarded. She used to tell us every day. I have a daughter and she's mentally retarded. She's 35 and she lives in my house. She better be f***ing retarded. I'm gonna stick her back up in my vagina. So I thought it was called a vagina until I was like 25. And I remember thinking it was like it's a vagina. It's like a thing that vagines, you know? Like you use it to I gotta vagina my driveway. I don't know, like, just gotta vagina this new table I just made. That would make a nice table. Like you make a new table and then you take the 80 grid paper and you sand it, and then 120, and then you go, all right, honey, get up there, and she just. It's like old, like one of those Danish tables, or like a, ooh, nice old Italian table. This table is very smooth because my wife have a very juicy boozy, and she vagina the table. And my family, we do this for generations, and we vagina. All right.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Hi, everybody. It's nice to be here. Nice to see you all. It is. It's nice. It's funny to see you all here because I f***ed all your mothers. So that's weird. Isn't that a weird coincidence? I f***ed all your mothers. And here you are. You're not mad, are you? Did y'all get together because you're mad? They liked it, so don't worry. You shouldn't be mad. You should want your mother to enjoy herself. So I was talking to a friend of mine, and he used an old expression, and he said, yeah, well, it's a double-edged sword. You know, when people say that? I don't think people should say that anymore. Because I don't really relate to it that much, because I don't have a lot of swords. And everything is a double-edged sword, too. Like, nothing isn't a double-edged sword. It's like, oh, I'm going to Vegas. Yeah, well, that's a double-edged sword. Because you could win or you could lose. Hey, the football game was on. That's a double-edged sword. Because football is fun, but then something else is too when you're not watching that. Even single-edged swords are a double-edged sword. Because, you know, you cut something with it, but the other end is kind of flat, it doesn't really cut well. So it's kind of a double-edged sword. That bit is kind of Seinfeld-y, I think. And then I try to make it mine by doing it clumsily. That's how you modernize comedy. You take any bit Seinfeld would have done and just make it sound like you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. And then you sound clever. You ever feel like you're gonna fart and then instead you on your father's face? And everybody on the bus is like, hey, that's not appropriate. And you're like, I thought it was gonna be a fart. And they go, oh, all right then. I'm a little tired of all this terrorist alarming and the terrorist hatred, all this anti-terrorist. You know, terrorists are just people who like to murder other people. And what the fuck is the big problem? Seriously, I think that they become victimized in this country because those are their religious beliefs, and they have a right to them to murder people. Because here's the thing: what do they do that's so bad? They kill people. Who the fuck? Well, so what? What's so great about people that they shouldn't be allowed to murder them? Like, I was really thinking about that. Like, so people die. Yeah. I don't know them, so I honestly don't care. And if somebody, well, what if somebody you knew died? Well, that would be sad, but then there's the other side to it, which is I'd get to act sad and people would be worried about me and really concerned about me. You know, like when you were in school, did you ever have when you were in school, when you were a kid, like fantasies about your parents dying so that you'd be really special in school? Like if your parents got killed, you'd go to school and they'd make an announcement, Joey's parents died today, so everybody, and all the cute girls would come up and go, are you okay? And stuff like that, which would never happen. They'd just walk up and you go, I'm still not gonna f*** you, you faggot. That's what would have happened. And that would have I would have jerked off to that and had a better time than if I them. Seriously. To me, jerking off later to a cute girl saying that to me after my parents died, like the brutalness of that would have gotten me off better than that stupid. Fuck her. I don't need her. I have no idea. I have no idea where this is going. But here's the thing, people dying, look, people talk about like, don't eat dolphins when they're in the tuna. Pick out the dolphins, right? You gotta pick it out, like raisins. But and like you ever go to shop for tuna and like it says dolphin safe and you kind of go like, yeah, but like somehow you think it's not going to be as good. Like I want to do the right thing, but it's probably kind of bland without the dolphin. But here's the thing, like why not kill and eat a dolphin? Why not? Oh, because well, no, I don't get it. If you're a tuna, you, we're eating you. So I don't really see the difference. And I think it's wrong to eat tuna and dolphin and cows and everything. But I eat them. I eat them all. Because I don't care that it's wrong. I totally think it's terrible, but that's not important to me, that it's terrible. So what if it's wrong? It tastes good. And I like the way it feels when I eat it, so f*** it. But I'm not going to pretend I'm doing something that's okay just because it doesn't think or something. So when I think about that, I think, yeah, so people die. What's the big deal? They're dead, and some of them might have been assholes. You don't know. All right. So I think the terrorists back the f*** off. They get it. They get we don't like them. I think that's what they would say. If they could make a statement, okay, we get it, yes, blah, blah, you hate us, fine. Jesus Christ, you guys, with the terrorism this. Okay, move on already. You actually seem sort of offended that I'm doing an accent. That's what's funny to me about this. Is that everything I've said so far, you happily laughed at it, be like, that sounds stereotypical. I'm not sure it's cool to laugh at that. That sounds like a stereotypical guy. Anyway, it was a Mexican accent, so. And I was talking about a Mexican terrorist, so f*** you. Because you didn't even know what you were being offended about. What other terrible things to defend? All right, rape. It's not good to rape people, right? It's not okay to rape people. But what about Jews? Oh my God, did I say that? That's horrible. Here's my question. It's not okay to rape people, and I totally think that you shouldn't rape people, and I don't rape anybody. Anybody. But when does a person become a person? Like if you rape a fetus at 3 weeks, it's not really rape, because it ain't a human yet. So it. It right in the hole. Who gives a shit? I don't even think people would mind if you walked up and raped their fetuses. Sorry, it's not a kid yet. Don't worry about it. Enjoy, please. Don't rape me. But if you have some way to rape my embryo, have at it. No, I don't think that there's any good reason. There's, you could have a reason to rape somebody. Like, say there's somebody you want to fuck them and they won't let you. Then what else are you supposed to do? What other recourse do you have? What are you gonna not fuck them? That's absurd. I would have raped Hitler. Like, if I had a time machine, I think that the two things I would have done would have been to erase my daughter and raped Hitler. Because I don't think it would have been enough to kill Hitler. I think if I raped him, he would have had no balls to do all the shit he did. He would have been just kind of depressed all the time and sitting on the floor of his shower crying with holding his knees and stuff like that. And a guy who does that can't have the focus to take over the world. So I think I would have done some. And also, I wanted to fuck Hitler, seriously. I think he was hot. I seriously was attracted to him. I used to fantasize about his brush mustache sort of tickling my balls. I don't know how that would work logistically. He's there, but then he'd have to... I guess if we were 69ing, then his mustache would tickle my balls, but then that wouldn't really be rape. 69, you can't rape people into a 69. Anyway, I gotta go. Thanks a lot. Good night.
Oh, I see. Always want to follow. Like when Rock was getting ready for the Oscars.
Right.
We were both in L.A. and he was going to try his set at the Ice House in Pasadena.
Uh-huh.
So he asked me to come on and do 40 minutes in front of him.
Yeah.
And he's doing not his best stuff, but his Oscar material. But he wanted the heavy lifting. He wanted to... It's like swimming with a heavy suit first before the race, you know?
So you went to see him work out his Oscar material?
Yeah, yeah.
Afterwards, does he say to you, what do you think I could improve here?
Sure, yeah. I talked to him for a while about his set afterwards, yeah.
Yeah, and does he, when you watched him on the Oscars, did he, because you were at the Oscars.
I think I helped him out. Yeah, I presented an award at the
I
Oscars.
like what you presented. I thought it was a great angle. You presented the best documentary, right?
Best documentary short.
Short.
Yeah.
And you said, listen, everybody. And I'm paraphrasing.
Yeah.
You said, these people, this is the most important award we're giving out all night. Because most of you who are getting an Oscar, it's not going to really affect your life that much. But best short documentary, this is the greatest thing that's ever going to happen to them.
That's right.
And they probably live in their car. And
yeah, this one, I said, this Oscar's going home in a Honda Civic.
Right. It ain't going in a limo.
No.
These are the type of people who are in show business, but
they
barely.
Didn't get dresses
That's right.
made for them.
If you're a nominee for Best Actor, you have a union that looks after you, and you're probably wealthy.
Yeah.
This is the one where they just got nothing.
And you love these type of people because, in a way, I feel you wear as a badge of honor the fact that you didn't go to college, that you had a series of jobs as like a dishwasher and jobs,
mechanic,
and a mechanic, before you kind of hit it in show business, and you identify with the underdog.
Yeah, and I made little short indie films. I went to Sundance with a short film, and 13 people watched it, and nothing happened. And, so I've been exactly where they are.
That's what surprises me about it. When you were at the Oscars and you saw Chris Rock hosting, did you say to yourself, hey, I would like to host the Oscars? Was there any twinge of a kind of a feeling for doing that?
Well, I'll tell you, because I was presenting and I was scared to do that.
Yeah.
I was scared for him. He's my friend, and I watched him go through getting in ready for it, and he didn't pick an easy monologue to do.
No.
And but I went, and I'm sitting. I've been to the Emmys every year for the last 5 years, and it's just nothing to me now. But the Oscars is a different world. And as it was getting close to my category I was going to present, I started feeling my heart rate go up and my blood start to get weird. And then somebody in a headset crooked their finger and said, come on. And I'm going backstage to do this thing. And I freaked out. I was terrified.
Yes.
My hands were trembling. And the one thing I kept thinking is when I'm holding the envelope, my hands are going to tremble.
What was the terrifying moment? Because you knew you had something funny to say.
Yeah, but I didn't prepare. They asked me to come to rehearsal. I didn't come to rehearsal. They asked me for the copy to put on their teleprompter.
You said no.
And I said no.
Why did you not go to the rehearsal? Why not try
I didn't feel like it. I'm a I just didn't feel like it. It was the day before. I'm like, I don't want to go there. I just want to stay in my room.
But what they enable you to do is to walk out,
practice getting behind the podium.
So smart.
Right. Would have been the smart move.
Smartest thing I could have done.
Yeah, because you don't even know where you're going.
No, I don't know where I'm going to go. I don't know anything.
No, I watch carefully.
And my heart rate is going up and up and up and up and up.
And isn't that amazing to people? Because you've been in front of crowds forever.
Something about that kind of thing. Because I presented at the Emmys once with Amy Poehler.
Right.
And my hands were shaking so bad that I couldn't open the envelope. And I handed it to her and had her do it. And she looked at me like, what's wrong?
I have a disease.
I have a condition.
Yes.
Well, it's true because it's not your crowd.
It's not what I do.
No, you go up in front of a crowd that loves Louis C.K.
That's right.
You don't go up
or a random comedy club drunk crowd. I mean, that's my favorite thing is to go up in front of people who have no idea what's going to happen.
And that happens less and less because a lot of people know you now.
That's hard to get now.
Do you miss the days?
Very much so.
Yeah, because going out there, the adrenaline rush, I would think, is winning over a crowd that doesn't know who you are.
That's a great feeling. So, yeah, so at the Oscars, I'm scared. I'm talking to Lou Gossett Jr., which isn't helping.
Yeah.
Because it's so bizarre.
Well, that's what I was going to say. You're presenting with someone.
Yes, and I'm drinking red wine trying to calm down.
Are you aware that you were next to Lou Gossett Jr.? Are you aware that like, oh, maybe I'm taking up too much time? It's also his presentation.
Yeah, that's right. That's what I am thinking. That.
Yeah,
because I'm talking to him and I'm like, he's probably trying to get in his head. And then they were about to. The thing I've learned about things like this is just listen to instructions. Because then I get there and because I didn't rehearse, this guy tells me 50 things that I have to know, and I just listen really carefully.
Yeah.
And then Chris goes. He's going to bring me on, and he goes, "What do you want me to say?" And I go, "Can you mention Horace and Pete?" And he goes, "Sure." And then I realized this is like being at the Comedy Cellar.
You'll
and
mention
he just
Horace
brings
and Pete.
me on.
Yeah.
But so I went out there to present it, and my heart is pounding, and I know the shape of what I'm going to say, but I don't know it. I start to explain my idea, and as laughs start to come, then I get one big laugh, and I'm in absolute heaven. I'm in a stratosphere of happiness.
Do you look over at Lou Gossett to see what he's doing while you're doing
I don't know where he was at that point. This was like in the lounge.
Yeah.
But so I did, and then I got two big good laughs. And
It was
then
a
when
funny
it was
routine.
over,
Yeah.
thanks. And then I see the thing that it says, here are the nominees. And when I got to say the thing that meant I'm done, the relief was intense. And then I thought, it would be fun to do something like hosting a show like that because I'd have overcoming... You know, like I did Power Players Jeopardy the other day.
I was going to ask you about that.
Yeah.
Why did you agree to do? Because you can look like a moron. Are you that good at Jeopardy that you would do Power Players Jeopardy?
Never. If I watch Jeopardy, I get two answers.
Why did you do like? First of all, why did you put yourself through the Oscars if you just hate it that much? But you know what I mean.
It's fun to do things that you think you're going to at.
But wait
see
a
what
second.
happens.
Okay, maybe the Oscars, but that's still your milieu.
Yeah.
The
totally
Jeopardy,
out of my comfort
the
zone.
Jeopardy though, you can look like a real idiot because even if you're a smart guy, you got to know facts. You got to be fast. Who are you playing against in Power Jeopardy?
A guy named Jonathan and a woman named Kate, and I don't remember their last names.
They're famous people.
He's
right?
from CNN, and they're journalists. They're like thoughtful, smart people.
Right. You can't announce whether you won, obviously, because you taped it, right?
I can't.
But were you humiliated in this thing?
Okay, so I was scared to do it, but the reason I did it is because it's for charity, and it's this group called the Fistula Foundation, who's kind of like my charity. Everything I do.
A fistula is the thing in your ass when you push too hard, you can blow a hole in it.
That's right. So what happens to women all over the world in poor countries?
Yes.
They give birth in the whatever in a hut,
and they got an alien vein hanging out of their ass.
Fistula. They get and so then they pee themselves.
Everything is mixed,
right? And when they pee themselves, their whole community shuns them, and their life is over.
I cannot believe you found a charity called the Fistula
Foundation.
And you know what's
the
smart
hardest
about
charity to explain on television.
You know what's great about that charity?
Yeah.
There's something they can fix.
They can fix. That's exactly right.
Yeah.
All they do is pay for the operation, and then these women's lives are set. They can
love it because
get
sometimes
educated, they can get a job, do whatever they want.
Sometimes, like when you used to give to the muscular dystrophy with Jerry Lewis, you say this. This has been going on for 50 years. There's no goddamn cure. There's no cure. Fistula, they can sew up and do something nice.
Howard, you were always. Why didn't you found the Fistula?
I was thinking testicle cancer, but you're right. I don't know.
Fistula Foundation is a great group. They just do a simple thing, and they're not a big, giant corporate entity that you know.
Have you ever pushed so hard that you got hemorrhoids or fistulas in your ass?
I don't know. I might have. I bet I was too ashamed to go get it checked out.
There's a lot of shame associated with fistulas.
With assholes and dicks and
all right,
vaginas.
So get back to Louis.
But I mean, in Iran.
Yes.
I've always been fascinated by it.
Yeah.
They make beautiful movies.
Yes.
There's a film there, I think it's called Cherry Tree or Sweet Cherry or something like that. And it's about a guy, I saw it years ago on VHS. It's about a guy driving around town, he wants to kill himself, but it's a sin, he can't do it. So he's driving around town asking people to kill him. And it's just that. It's like in real time. And it's a heartbreaking, beautiful, beautiful movie. We're sold this idea that it's this whole all of the world.
Yeah,
it's a very beautiful culture.
Right.
And we conflate them with it. They're not even Arabs. They're not anything that anyone thinks they are.
Right.
There's people there just like walking in the streets with no weapons, just trying to get rights now. Like there's a huge
and no
thing.
one here really cares.
No one gives a shit.
No one cares.
All Iran has really ever said to the U.S. is just leave us the fuck alone.
Yeah.
Just get away from us.